Good afternoon, Legion. Yes, hi, Pin Pin. Hi, Pin Pin. I gave you water. What more do you want? Huh? 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 Did you just have the sudden... Go! Bite me for no reason? I wasn't even being that mean. He didn't, like, bite down hard, but it was the... All of a sudden, I want to play with you. Yeah, I squirted you with the spray bottle. Don't do it. There's not enough there. Your blanket's on the bed. I have a little Afghan I've been working on and off, sitting in a chair behind me. He looked very much like he was going to try and lay on it. It's not in a stable enough spot for him to, otherwise I wouldn't have cared. Ow. A little jerk. But yes, good morning, Legion. Did you see the Battle Royale trailer for Legend ZA last night? Not really. He's a pretty good cat most of the time. Sometimes he just gets ornery and wants to play kind of rough. But usually I'm egging him on a little bit when he does that. I think he's just been feeling rambunctious this morning. You didn't? It looks like it'll be fun. I'm not huge into multiplayer battles, but for the people who are into the battles and stuff, they should enjoy it at least. I mean, I'll give it a try. I've been talking with my sister a little bit this morning. But I was actually surprised we did get ZA news. I was kind of 50-50 on it. I figured we either would or we wouldn't. I literally have this open. Why are you? Really, notifications? I do not care. Just a second. Let me reply to my sister. She thinks she found a house for her and her husband to move into, so we've been talking a little bit about paint and like wallpapers and stuff. It probably won't. I feel like the 4-way split screen was probably more for the trailer than anything. But no, imagine when you do it yourself, it'll probably just be your screen. I feel like I'm already off count. No, I'm accurate. But it was kind of nice to see something. I was, like I said, I figured we might get a little bit of something at closing ceremonies. I didn't expect it to be the Battle Royale, but... Also, apparently there's going to be ranked battles in that, so I almost wonder if maybe next year they won't do ZA as the main battle game, just kind of to change it up so it's not another year of Scarlet and Violet. Of course, it does also look like Champions is going to be a game to be played next year at Worlds. I been abandoned? Yes, good. He found his blankets. Yeah, probably. Because they can just update the game and add the new gimmick and stuff in. It'll make it more fun, especially if, you know, as time goes on, we get access to just every Pokemon. It'll give a lot more diversity and stuff to teams. I mean, there's a good bit of diversity now, but after a bit, the teams kind of start looking samey. I did actually sit down and have the all 3 rounds of the finals playing on my second monitor last night. I was playing Stardew Valley with friends, but I had it up on my second screen. Ooh, and the new batch of Pokemon cards they previewed, I was loving kind of the art. It almost had a street art feel to it. Yes, I have another fossil for you. But it was fun to see something. To go along, of course, with the demo for ZA as well. Someone actually evolved the Weedle they give you in the demo just so they could see the evolution screen, and it actually looks pretty nice. It's not like kind of mincing and scary like the one they did for Legends Arceus, but it is pretty. And you do have to actually manually physically evolve Pokemon yourself, like in Legends ZA, which is fine, I suppose. Especially if you're like aiming for a move that a Pokemon learns sooner when it's pre-evolved than when it's evolved. I'm a little sad we didn't get to see any new Pokemon in the demo or the trailer, and by new Pokemon I just mean old returning Pokemon. As much as my heart still hopes that we'll get something new that's not a legendary in ZA, because there's rumor that we're getting new legendaries in ZA, which I'm taking with a grain of salt as always. But it does make me laugh a little bit, because, like, I wonder how many people went to the demo and just messed around in the menus and stuff for, like, the first 3 minutes of their gameplay. Which is fair. I know Austin John, the first, like, 3 minutes of his playing was him just going through the menus and, like, getting a good look at the map and stuff. That would be cool. Though they probably wouldn't really be primal versions. They'd probably be something closer to origin forms, like in Legends Arceus, maybe. Because when it comes to Yveltal and Xerneas, they're kind of not... How do I put this? They're not like nature powers. Because with Primal, Groudon, and Kyogre, I wanted to say Groudon or something there for a moment. Both Primal, Groudon, and Kyogre, they are literally like physical representations of magma in like the oceans. They're land and sea creatures, whereas Yveltal, Yveltal and Xerneas, I don't know why I'm having so much trouble saying that one today, are kind of representations of life and death. So it feels more like it'd be some sort of origin form for them. Of course, they'll probably, if they get new mega forms or something, they'll probably have their own special names for them. Because Zygarde already has forms in its percent forms. So part of me wants to say maybe there'll be some sort of like awakened forms or something. Their full powers awakened, because there's not really, you don't really have to gather anything to wake them up or anything. But we'll have to wait and see. It is possible that that's what they'll go with. You just never know. We're just gonna have to wait till October and see. Got me some lemonade over the weekend. But I am curious to see what they do, and if the rumor about Zoroark being in the game is going to be true as well. Zygarde would get a mega, because you can't get really any more overpowered and buffed than its 100% form. There might be a secondary form or something for its 100% form, but yeah, I feel like doing Zygarde just a full-on mega would be kind of weird. But this is the Pokemon Company and Game Freak, so you never know. And I can remember watching so many people just get demolished in Dynamax Adventures doing the Zygarde fight whenever it popped over to its 100% form. Watched Austin John Plays do with a handful of his friends, and every time that happened, he set his studio lights to where it would turn green, and the Power Rangers, the original Power Rangers theme song, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme song, would start playing. I got a little bit of a laugh out of the 10% Zygarde form leading you to like the Rogue Mega. Because he takes you up onto this rooftop, kind of turns and looks at you, and leaves. I think the 100% form is its perfect form. If anything, they might give it a side form, I guess. And when I say side form, I'm thinking kind of like Honedge's, like how it has the attack and defense mode, that maybe we'll get a secondary form kind of like that. But like I said, all we can do now is make assumptions. We can theorize all we want. We won't know nothing until October. But it will be neat to see what they do. I'm hoping the storyline for this is really good. Because Legends Arceus wasn't bad. It was a bit of a rehash of Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, honestly. But overall, it wasn't horrible. I had to laugh though, because I think I pegged on to Volo being a bad guy about halfway through the game. So I have a chat log with me and my friend, and it's like, Volo's kind of sussy. Guess maybe it could have a perfect form. I wonder if maybe it could have something to do with whatever's making the Rogue Megas Mega Evolve. So maybe, you never know, like in kind of an over-energized form or something. I know that was a little bit of like the plot in the anime. They were using Mega Evolution energy to try and control the other Zygarde core. Do get a little laugh though out of the Absol rescue being like, I'm just gonna stick with you, dude. I feel so bad because it's gonna be like, hey, I want to stick with you, and it's immediately gonna go in my box, and I'm probably never gonna use it. But I am curious to see what Pokemon they're going to make Rogue Megas. A part of me wants to say, what, 5 Pokemon, but they honestly could do more than 5. We don't have a general idea, really, of the storyline beats here yet. This Omanyte hunt just does not like me. Does not like me at all. So the current plan is for me to get to 82,000 8,200, sorry, um, by Saturday, which I'll be doing an extra set of resets, probably sometime in the evenings after stream. But after this week, if I don't get it, I'm taking a break in hunting for one in Sword to evolve into an Almastar. And then once that's done, I'll come back and keep hunting in this game. If it's gonna be stubborn, I'm gonna do other things around hunting for it. Could end my misery today in one of the next 249 be shiny. Come on. No luck. Why does this Pokemon not like me? Come on, all the other gift trade Pokemon were nice. Why are you being so stubborn? This thing has been the ultimate test of my patience. So far, at least. I am curious to see just what other Mega Pokemon, or not Mega Pokemon, Legendary Pokemon they might stick in ZA. Because we know we're getting Yveltal, Xerneas, Zygarde. Oh, nice! Shiny Quackly's not bad. There's the rumor possible new Megas, and new Legendary. And then there's the rumor that we're getting Zoroark in this game, which is possible, I guess. But I'm curious if they'll throw anything else new in. Have the Swords of Justice be in Kalos or something. I mean, we had the Jin Pokemon in frickin' Hisui, so you never know. But yeah, Shiny Quaxly's pretty good. I do wish they had gone like a bit more vibrant with the shiny line for Quaxly, but it's not bad. A little sad they didn't lean more into the peacock colors for Quackavall, especially considering he kind of makes me think of Carnival, which is, I'm assuming, where the Vol in his name comes from. I will say, I think the Fuecoco line got just about the best shinies out of the Paldean starters. The pink really does just kind of kill it. It's nice and vibrant, it's easy to see. It's more than just a shift in shade. I'm not just saying this because, you know, Fuecoco's my baby. What are you hunting next? Are you working on getting the entire line shiny? My foot has gone numb. My dad got us a new nonstick pan over the weekend. And it's like one of those blue diamond nonstick pans. And it is so weird having a good nonstick pan again. Not that our other ones were bad, they were just a couple years old and, had been used a lot, so things didn't slip around quite as smoothly as they do with this pan. We made a hash brown in it, and it's like, wow. It's like, am I going to be able to flip this? Because it's running to the edges of the pan every time I try to put a spatula underneath it. It did pretty good. I mean, my food was edible, so I can't complain. Oh, nice. Nothing wrong with having a specific gender in mind. And I do believe they evened out the gender ratios, so you have a chance of it not taking you 15 eggs to get a female. I don't think I often breed Pokemon with a shiny gender in mind. 15% chance? I could have swore they evened the chances back out. Oof. Well, hopefully your luck will be good and you'll get it quickly. But I guess that's no different than like breeding a Pokemon and hoping to get its hidden ability and stuff on a shiny. Of course, we have the bottle caps and stuff for that now, so that's not as big a deal. One of my the Fuecoco I hatched whenever I was doing them to get the shiny line was a female. I remember reading a story, God, probably a long time ago now, where someone was trying to breed a shiny protein Froakie to use in like contest battling in regionals and whatnot. And the first one they hatched they didn't get, and it like made them so mad they didn't hatch anymore for like 5 or 6 months. But the second one they hatched, they did get it, and then they ended up not being in time for regionals and whatnot. And like, that sucks. That is one plus a good thing that has been done with Pokemon stuff for the competitors over the years is the bottle caps and the nature mints and whatnot. I feel like I've got to sneeze. If I sneeze in a moment, I'm gonna go ahead and say an early excuse me. Oh, excuse me. One of those ones you can feel like building way up in your sinuses. Eh. My dad looked at me last night. He goes, I will give you $20 if you will clean the blades on the ceiling fan tomorrow. And I looked up at it and went, it's like, you don't gotta pay me. You can just ask. That's been 6 or 7 minutes this morning, dusting the ceiling fan and stuff real good. Got down and put the chair back in the kitchen, and it's like, you know what? I need to check the other fans in the house because we got a couple of just a little back and forth plastic ones that sit on the floor. So I cleaned the one in Dad's room real good, so he gets airflow again. I need to do mine, but I'll probably do mine this evening. Mine gets clogged up with animal fur. I wonder who from. I did get to take Stella on a walk yesterday. I made her morning and then immediately unmade her morning because she came home and got a bath. She got a good scrub and scratched her back real good for a few minutes and stuff, and she was white with dog shampoo foam. Baby though, and know she feels better after I do it because she finds her a place to lay down once she feels dry enough, and she like sleeps for 2.5, 3 hours. As much as I get the big old mama nose sad eyes when after she hops in the tub herself. Check my number real fast. Alright, I am accurate. Excuse me. Yes, it's an Omanyte, but is it a shiny Omanyte? No, it is not. I gotta figure out dinner tonight. One downside to reaching adulthood is dinner is an every night thing. one of those dreams where you're like at an airport getting ready to get on a plane, and sometimes during the dream you actually manage to get on the plane and like go somewhere, and other times it's just however many hours of dream of you walking around this airport trying to find your gate. Did one of those last night and had to laugh because I managed the airport and I managed to get on the plane and I managed to get where I was going, and because it was just one of those weird dreams, to get where I'm going, and apparently I'm going on vacation in this dream with a friend, and we're supposedly going to New York, and they pick me up at the airport and take me home, but it's like 5 hours between when I was arriving and then when we were leaving again to go to New York. And of course, then dream territory completely took over. My dad showed up to give me money to buy stuff. We overslept the next morning and somehow still had time to make it to the plane and stuff. But it's like okay, if I ever go to New York and it goes this weirdly, kind of like weird dreams though. They're fun and kind of funny to think about when you wake up. But must have had like 1,000,000,001 of those you know how to fly dreams, especially when I was a teenager watching like Dragon Ball Z and stuff. Almost done with this first batch. See if one of these last few will be shiny for me. Probably not, though. It does seem to be how my luck is going with this hunt. Excuse me. I laughed a little bit last night at the chick who was the first like announcer in the closing ceremony for Worlds, because her outfit was really nice, but she looked like a Team Rocket admin. You will never in like Pokemon ever be able to stick red and black together without me thinking of Team Rocket. Alright, let's go through and double check and make sure I didn't miss anything. I like to think I would be laser focused in if I did manage to get this as a shiny, but I drift on occasion and just don't see stuff. So many of you. They look like they're asking for you to, like, will you hand me that, and waiting with their arms out for you to give it to them. Alright, first batch is a no. Hate that it turns your Joy-Con off whenever you restart. Aha. That thing where when I went to sleep last night, I slept in just a slightly wrong position. So now the space between like my shoulder blades is a little sore. I've been trying to stretch every little bit as the morning's gone on, just to kind of un-ouch those muscles. Any hunts you want to do in Legends ZA if you manage to get it when it releases? Ooh. Curious to see if they will give us a free shiny in ZA like they did in Arceus. The shiny tutorial Ponyta, if we'll have an equivalent Pokemon to that in ZA. Because missions do seem to be a thing again. You're fine. Go do what you need to. And it doesn't have to be anything fantastic. It can be a shiny... Well, I probably want something that would stand out a little bit. So I was gonna say Bunnelby, but I don't know. It'd be something first, like first area Pokemon wise. I'm wondering if the little wild areas you get at the beginning of the game, it looked like there were 6 or 7 of them on the map when Austin John pulled up the map and looked. I was wondering if those don't get bigger as you like upgrade areas or something, because part of the basis of the game is supposed to be them renovating the city basically to make it more Pokemon friendly. So I still think there's probably going to be a couple of underground areas. There have got to be. You can't have Paris without underground areas. Pokemon catacombs. Come on, dang it. Quit being so stubborn. Ready for this hunt to be over with. Apparently next year they're gonna be doing some sort of thing alongside Worlds, the Pokemon XP thing. It'll be interesting to see what it is. We won't get any hints about it till next February, probably, of course. But it does make sense they would be doing something big for the 30th anniversary. All the dust and stuff from earlier. It's got my nose itchy. Dragging against my leg. Whew. Talked about slapping people. I guess everybody has at least one person they know that they would just really like to slap on occasion. I'm a firm believer in that rule that every person who works customer service, as a cash register, as a stalker, as heck even a manager, should get the right to slap one customer per year. Come on, give me a little luck. I think I counted that one twice. so stubborn. Did I count that one twice? Am I one off? Nope. Okay, I counted it once. That's good. Been trying to hit the count button whenever I hit yes for the revival. Got one of my friends, two of my friends, but this is played Stardew Valley last night with two of my friends, one of which was her first time playing. And she was really enjoying herself, and it got to the point, it's like, guys, it's almost midnight in friends' time zone. It's like, I think we should probably call it Christopher night. She's like, aww. It's like, we'll play again tomorrow, don't worry. Having soft flashbacks to me when me and friend A started playing a co-op farm year before last. We played for like 3 months straight and put in like 130 hours of game time. It was fantastic. I enjoyed myself immensely during that period of time. And all of a sudden, I have found myself as the mine crawler, going through and unlocking levels. I gotta try and get to, I don't remember if gold is level 60 or 80, but I gotta try and get to that tonight so we can get the quality sprinklers. But it's so funny. I was talking to my sister earlier because she said she found her and her husband a little prefab home, and we were talking about paint colors a little bit because I joked, because when she came over the other weekend, she really liked these shades of orange and blue I had picked out for kitchen and living room. Like, you can do your orange and blue room, and she goes, no, I'm doing my kitchen sunrise orange, a nice light bright orange. It's like awesome. It's like orange kitchens for the win, because I want to do mine a kind of a darker fall leaf orange color. And like, you can't say we're not sisters. They managed to get it. Hopefully things will work out for them. So bless another person wanting actual colors and stuff in their room. I can't say that. The only fully white room in this house is my dad's bedroom. And that's because he's in the weird spot of not having a actual window in his room, because the laundry room is attached to the back of it. He still gets light and stuff from the laundry room, but he doesn't get any natural light in through his room. So it's white because it's just a lighter color, makes it easier to see in there and stuff. But the kitchen is green. And the living room is green, and my bedroom is dark green, and the bathroom is yellow. And the back bedroom that we use the closet is partially lavender and partially white, because they replaced some of the walls and stuff and put up new sheetrock, and just never painted it. So that's white. This is white and lavender from the old painted walls and just the regular sheetrock. At some point in time, we'll get around it and we'll paint it something. Need to ask Dad what he wants to do with that flooring now, actually. Because if he wants to use it for the living room, that'd be pretty okay. You can't say that about mosquitoes, though. Mosquitoes go where they please. Has having a party for his birthday next month, and he's slowly but surely inviting people, and he's like, there's no ticks or mosquitoes, and it's like, there's probably no ticks, but you can't say that about mosquitoes. Those fly. I'd been hoping I would have got this Saturday, but that didn't pan out. My hopeful feeling failed me, which was okay at the time. No big deal. Come on. I've still been giving a Legends EA overlay a ponder. So I don't know what exactly I would do. I really wish we had a super clear image of the starting screen for the Legends EA demo. The 4 or 5 of them I've seen, though, have had people's reflections in them or people standing around them, and it's like, I just need one clear, like, screenshot from the game system. Because I would love to use that as a background for, like, the inside of the cow spots on my thing where, like, the flowers are. But I'm also not planning on doing a overlay like this one. Dad's telling people about a spider we had in the backyard last year. It would build its web every night. You could sit on the back porch and watch it. Actually, we had one on the front porch the other night that had a really nice web going. I hope the run cord didn't knock it down. Excuse me. I do kind of adore this blue raspberry lemonade. If I can remember, I gotta get the vertical streaming stuff tonight, and possibly the dual streaming stuff for OBS tonight. I don't know when I want to try it though. Probably after this set of hunts, maybe. Maybe Kabuto. Because, like I've said before, I don't know if I'll manage to get to my shiny Aerodactyl hunt before Legend ZA comes out. Depending on how it's huntable in ZA will depend on if I hunt it in that game or if I come back and hunt it in this game. Excuse me. Snakes. All it makes me think of is the little ringnecks we're gonna start seeing soon. We were seeing baby lizards around our back porch and stuff the other day, because Dad has a tiered flower bed in the backyard and they like hiding along the rocks. So every year around this time we get a bunch of baby lizards. It's so cool though, because we have one lizard that's like this long, if not a little longer, and he's so big. There's some small dumb part of my brain that wants to get to 69 before I find this shiny. because secretly deep down I am a 15-year-old child. uh, gotta love those fun numbers though. Mm-hmm. Yes. Felix Fossil. Alright, 25 more to go in this batch. Excuse me. Dad just must have planned more parties. Sorry, just kind of vibing to the music here. This hunt. I thought you would be a short hunt, but I was proven wrong. Give me another fossil, Dr. Fossil. Come on. Thank you. Do want to know what the, like, 5 other people in this office think me just standing here for an hour at a time giving him fossils to revive? Pokemon trainers have to an extent, seem deeply weird to like the rest of the world. You walk into a Pokemart and you have a backpack literally crammed full of Pokemon candies. Or in Scarlet and Violet when you've been abusing like the item lottery machine and you have 60 big nuggets. Figured my pooch might wander back in here. She's been really fond of the Papasan chair the past day or two. Yes. Sorry, trying to stretch that muscle out between my shoulders. I don't think it's gonna quite work backwards though. If my chair gets in the way. Ooh. Gonna have to find a different position to sleep in tonight. Oh, I did over the weekend figure out a name for my starter Pokemon. I'm going to call my Chikorita Hydrangea, so I can call it Hydra for short. Once I finish with this batch, I'm going to take a real quick bathroom break. Oh, depending on how awake my foot is, it might be a slow bathroom break. And I'll be back to do the last set. No, I counted that one already. Alright, let's see if any of these final 9 are gonna be the lucky one. The ideal way for the next month and a half to go would be that over the next 2 weeks, if I don't manage to get this shiny this week, would be I get the shiny Omanyte for my Armastar next week. The week after, I get the shiny Omanyte in this game. Would have been perfect time for it to show up, but then at most it take 2.5 weeks for me to get the shiny Kabuto, and then easily a week to get the other shiny Kabuto to evolve into Kabutops, and then that would give me plenty of time to replay Y in Legends Arceus for when Legends CA drops. But, yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait and see. I might get lucky and it kind of go that way. Because the goal for this week is to get to 8,200, which is double odds. Preferably, I would somehow manage to get this shiny this week. The one for Almastar next week. Kabuto the week after. Kabutops the week after that. And Aerodactyl the week after that. But, I don't think my luck's that good. I would love, love, love to finish the fossil hunting completely before Legends EA comes out, but I'm just gonna have to see. There's a good chance that maybe I might get started on the Aerodactyl hunt. Maybe. That's also a maybe. Omanyte for this batch. Alright, run a real quick check through. Alright, I got all those. Then I will take my real quick bathroom break. And I'll get back on to do the last batch. Sorry, I'm counting in my head. 9, 50, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 71, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 90. 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. Oh, I was off by 1. Alright, I'll get loaded in and then take my break. Yes, I know how it works. Even after putting the thing on upside down like 3 times. The worst thing ever is putting the Joy-Con rail on upside down on accident. Alright, I will be back in a minute. Oh, wrong one. Thank you for that. Alright, last round for today. Other than the ones I'll do later so I can make my count by Saturday, but that's fine. So don't forget to do your legendary moose raids. I don't remember its name. I'm sorry. I am so horrible when it comes to the Ruinous Treasure legendaries. I am still kind of waiting for us to get the code for Chin Pao. We have not. And double check every once in a while. Oh, wrong one. Let's not start putting pluses in the chat. Quit that. There we go. Little red lines everywhere. Yeah. Can I get a shining? No, I cannot. This feels like going to a grocery store and having one thing you absolutely want from that grocery store, and like the online app says they have it, and then you get there and you look and they don't. That is a... That's my hunt for Jones Soda. Because like every app I check says Walmart has it, but they never do. Come on, shiny. Stubborn little thing. Stubborn little thing. I need just the text speed to go by a smidge faster. Or at least for him to have the nod less. Come on, I want my dapper little purple fella. I about said pink for some reason. He is purple, not pink. So many little blue dudes. I guess I can technically say they're blue. They're like the size of a soccer ball. Oh my god. Now I'm just imagining the horror that is like an alpha Omanyte who goes from being like knee to being like eh. I don't need a 3-foot tall snail. I think I've seen a couple people go into like the 10,000s these hunts, so I can't complain yet. I can, but I probably shouldn't. I gotta figure out a number for this before I just stop hunting it in this game completely. I might have it be 5 times odds. Because surely if I'm not got a shiny of this dude in like 20,000 fossil revivals, I think if it comes to that, I would definitely just be either breeding for it in Sword and Shield or just hunting a second one. Hiccups. Shake my fist at you. I want one of those like swirly art pictures where it is basically just like a bunch of spirals drawn kind of in like the wave patterns and whatnot. It's just a bunch of Omanyte and Amistar with a couple shinies thrown in here and there. Actually, I think that'd look kind of cool. Yeah, alright, almost quarter through. I would be like in jail so fast in this game. I would think I'd robbed a museum or something with all these fossils. I feel like fossil hunting like this is something that is probably really heavily regulated in the Pokemon world, especially when it comes to reviving them. Like if you're a fossil collector, okay, that's fine, but there's probably a limit on how many you could revive if you were an actual trainer. So you don't have some person with just like 200 Omanyte crawling around their house. A small army of Aerodactyls or something. I'd hate to have to feed those. just decimating the local ecosystem because they have to have 1,000,000,001 fossil Pokemon revived. I'm a fraction of a way from 1,000,001,001. But I think when it comes to Legends EA, hopefully by then I will have wrangled my brain enough to have the vertical stream for like just recording with. I would like to use it to get clips of like shiny finds and stuff. Maybe, like I said, I'm not 100% certain on like anything with this. I still gotta download it and get it configured and test it out. Make sure it's not gonna kill my computer if I try to do 2 different streams on YouTube and 1 on Twitch. Got to see a couple new outfits during the Battle Royale trailer as well. That is one of the things I will probably have to spoil myself on is outfits. There's like the 2 spoilers I'm generally okay with is Pokédex spoilers, seeing what's in the game, and then outfit spoilers. Alright, almost to 40. Had the most sudden out of nowhere desire for Reese's. I guess peanut butter M&Ms either would work. Oh, sorry, kind of losing my brain in the music again. I'm not a fish person. Dad wants it for his birthday party, which is fine. I'll give me a thing of chicken or something to do, but the catfish, and like, catfish, having a flashback to working at that restaurant. Dunking hands in cold water to pry catfish out of their little ice prisons so it can get cooked. Wasn't too bad, but ooh, it was cold water. Didn't put any ice or anything in it, just put the fish in it to thaw out of the freezer, and it would do its own thing. Oh! Poke myself in the eye. Don't need to do that. I like this music. Alright, almost to 450. Some desire to mess around on Legends Arceus a little bit later and run around just riding Weird Ear. I'm curious to see if we will get a land mount returning in Legend ZA. Because some of the twists and turns kind of in Lumiose City are a little narrow. I mean, a Go-Go would probably do it, because that is what they canonically use to get around in around the city in X and Y and in like the cartoons and stuff. Also, Wooloo, Build-A-Bear is getting a Wooloo plush. Wooloo is getting a Build-A-Bear plush, which I guess worked either way, honestly. And there's a small, like, part of me that's like, I need this. It looks so soft and fluffy. And as ridiculous as Build-A-Bear prices can be, they are generally good enough quality to kind of warrant it. I do wish they would do bundles without the extra stuff, though. I don't need a hoodie or a hat or sunglasses or a cape for my Pokemon. The Wooloo comes with a flower crown and ribbons for its braids, I guess would be the word for them. Omanyte. So many little mollusks. I think Omanyte is a mollusk. My dinosaur guide is not up here. I think it's on the other shelf. Wait, is it behind my... No, it's not up there. I was about to get my little dinosaur guide out and look. I don't think it's back there. Jurassic Park now for some reason. We were telling my dad's girlfriend once where oil came from, and I pulled up a YouTube video on where exactly oil comes from, and afterwards we were chit-chatting lightly about dinosaurs, so I pulled up a dinosaur documentary. I don't think she appreciated it. I love a good dinosaur documentary. Ooh. Felt like I had an eyelash. To go. Yes, I have more fossils for you. I have 36 more for you. I had to think about that for a second. I see 60 on my number and my brain automatically goes to 40, which is correct when it is 60, but not correct when it's anything other than 60. Yes, I will look up your zesty bread and butter stuff. I still take the leaked mega list with a grain of salt. I'm sure it's all probably right and correct, but I always still take it with a grain of salt. But I mean, I guess they can give it a mega if they want it. I still feel like it seems like it's redundant because they did the 10% form, the 20% form, the 50% form, the 100% form, but it's Pokemon. At the end of the day, they can do what they want with their Pokemon, so. I mean, they've given Charizard 1,000,000,001 forms. Yes! Yes! Just a moment. Alright, there we go. I gotta find a, I guess it's technically a seasoning for for doing pickles and stuff for him in a bit. Which is fine, it won't take me 5 minutes. If that. It wouldn't surprise me if the Gen 6 starters got megas. Actually, it seems more fair to give the Gen 6 starters megas than it does, Meganium for Alligator and Embor. Especially considering they're the Gen 6 starters, and that is the game that Mega Evolutions originated from. Honestly, if there had been a Pokemon Z version, I feel like they would have gotten megas. Yeah, they should have had megas, but they didn't have megas. So I feel like if any game we're going to give them megas, it should be this game. I always thought it was... I can get a little bit them wanting to bring attention back to Gen 1 by giving Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, you know, their evolutionary lines megas. But it is so weird that the Gen 1 starters got megas. The Gen 3 starters all got megas. But the starters for the Pokemon game where megas were first included did not get megas. So I do kind of hope they fix that in Legend ZA. I would much rather your starter Pokemon in ZA get regional forms. But they're probably going to get megas, which at the end of the day is fine too. Pokemon Company makes some weird choices sometimes. This is also the generation that gave us one singular evolution instead of it being a pair like the last two sets had been. Which is also, you know, fine in and of itself. It just always struck me a little weird that Sylveon did not get a counterpart. So, I can't say so many fossils for you. I'm down to almost 20. So I don't have so many fossils. At least Omanyte fossils for him right now. Excuse me. But from what little I've seen of that leaked list, I wish they would have leaned further away from Gen 1 megas. Because I don't remember exactly how many were on it, but I know there were like 3 or 4. I feel like Gen 1 has enough mega Pokemon. Especially seeing how they gave Charizard 2 different forms. But they gave Mewtwo 2 different forms as well. Which does beg to question if, like, technically every Pokemon should have two different Mega Forms. An X and a Y. And if not, what makes Mewtwo and Charizard so special, especially considering Mewtwo is a man-made Pokemon? Do you want outside, baby? Hold on, I think my dog wants out. Be back in a second. No? Oh, I thought I saw her tail. Never mind, she's still sitting on the couch. I thought I saw her tail out of the corner of my eye, but I guess I didn't. Of course, I've stood up and spoke to her, so sometime in the next 2.5 minutes, she probably is gonna went outside. Also, Greninja gets its own separate form in the Battle Bond form. It feels like it should only be fair that Chesnaught and Delphox get something as well. I know the Battle Bond form Greninja was an anime tie-in, but it's kind of not fair. It also brings up a question, is if a Pokemon had a strong enough connection with their trainers, would every Pokemon have a Battle Bond form? Actually, you can pull the same thing with kind of Z moves in Gigantamax as well. Which each Pokemon probably having the potential for a Gigantamax form, just it not being unlocked. And each Pokemon maybe possibly having its own special Z move. Which I know just about any Pokemon can use just about any Z move. At least from the basic set of them. Alright, 11 to go for today. There's so many little things they could toss into ZA that would be nods to just the anime all over and stuff from past games. We're just gonna have to wait and see, though. At least a fourth of my waiting time for doing these is just waiting for him to get his head nods in after he gives me the Omanyte back. If I'm not mistaken, I think in the games they treat the Battle Bond as a basically a hidden ability. Don't quote me on that. It's been forever since I've messed with the Greninja you get from that demo. I don't even remember if I have it in Pokemon Bank or if it's in my copy of Moon. I did like that the demos gave you items. would let you start your game with a few more Pokeballs, a few more potions and stuff. It's kind of convenient. Alright, 4 to go. Nope. It is a demo-only Pokemon. Well, you could probably hack it in, but it is a demo-only Pokemon. You can't even put it in Pokemon Home. Kind of like the dress-up Pikachu. You can't put those in Home either. Along with the Dragon Ascent, Rayquaza. But boy, they'll let you put the Latios or Latias in Pokemon Home. I can't fly around on my copy of Omega Sapphire because I put the Lati in my box and I never put it back in the game. Alright, last one for today, I do believe. Go through and do the quick check just in case. Check summaries. Because I would not put it past myself to miss it on accident. I like to think that I would not, but I missed a shiny Miltank when I was hatching Miltank because I had my head turned the other way, so I put nothing beyond my abilities to miss. Oh dang, I gotta get up and do dishes too. Always something. Alright, no shiny in that. Which means the hunt will continue tomorrow. I hope everybody has a good evening. Legion, it's been lovely talking to you as always, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.